You know, every single day, there are these invisible forces shaping your health. It's this quiet battle, right? Fought in the choices we make. And yeah, the ones we keep putting off. This whole thing, it's not just about dodging a cold. It's about really mastering the system of your own body and understanding that every little thing you do creates this feedback loop, for better or for worse.
Think about it. Every decision, even the ones you don't make, they just reverberate through your life. That extra hour of sleep you grab, the food you choose for lunch, that checkup you actually go to, or the one you skip. These aren't small things. They are literally the building blocks of the person you're going to be tomorrow.
And that's the real kicker, isn't it? The biggest threats to our health, they love to work in the shadows, totally invisible. They build up, quietly, day after day, until bam, a crisis hits, and suddenly they're in the spotlight. But by then, the game is totally different. Okay, so this is where we need to flip the script. Health isn't something that just happens to you if you're lucky. Not at all. It's an active game. It's about having the foresight to see what might be coming down the road, finding the leverage to change the outcome, and having the guts to actually do something about it. So what does this whole proactive thing actually look like in real life? Well, it means you have to understand that there are basically two paths you can be on. One is reactive, you're just waiting for problems to pop up. The other is preventive, a system you build to stop disease before it ever gets a chance.
All right, let's get specific. Preventative healthcare is a whole system. It's the art of living in a way that makes you stronger, the science of using data to spot risks early on, and the discipline to manage anything that does come up. But more than anything, it's a mindset that puts you in the driver's seat of your own health.
But let me paint a picture for you. Imagine two colleagues, same age, same job. One is 45 and absolutely thriving, just full of energy. The other, just surviving, dealing with a brand new diabetes diagnosis. What was the difference? The thriving colleague went all in on prevention, screenings, diet, managing stress. The other one only acted when the symptoms got too loud to ignore. That's the power of the choice right there. And this isn't just a story. Take a real-world case, like Ahmed. At 39, he felt totally fine, but a routine lab test, one he could have easily just blown off, showed the very first signs of kidney strain. And because he caught it that early, a few simple changes and some monitoring were enough to completely head off a future crisis. The system worked because he acted before there was even a storm. Okay, so how do you actually do this? How do you build this system for yourself? Well, it's not some big mystery. You can actually break it down into 3 clear levels of mastery. It's a framework for taking back control. Level 1, this is the bedrock. It's called primary prevention, and it's all about stopping sickness before it even gets a foot in the door. We're talking about the absolute fundamentals: vaccines, good food, quality sleep, moving your body, and staying away from stuff we know is bad for us. This is your first and your most powerful line of defense. Now, if you want to see just how powerful this is, look at this number, 2.5 million. That's how many deaths are prevented every single year around the world just from vaccines alone. That's primary prevention in action, a tiny effort with a massive, massive payoff. Next up, we've got level 2, secondary prevention. The motto here is simple: catch it early. This is where things like screening tests, annual checkups, and regular lab work become totally non-negotiable. See, a problem you find in its baby stages is a problem you can manage and a lot of times solve completely. And finally, there's level 3, tertiary prevention. Now, this is for when a health condition is already on the table. The focus here shifts to control, using things like medicine, rehab, and lifestyle changes to stop complications, slow things down, and make sure that condition doesn't get to call the shots in your life. But let's be really clear about something. This isn't just about dodging bullets or managing symptoms. The discipline it takes to do all this, it offers a way bigger prize. The real reward is freedom. And just look at what that freedom means. It ripples out into every single corner of your life. Yeah, it's freedom from a hospital bed, for sure, but it's also freedom from that constant nagging stress of worrying about your health. It creates financial stability, it makes you more productive, and you're literally laying down a healthier foundation for the people who come after you. It touches everything. All right, enough with the why. Let's get to the how. This is where the theory turns into your personal strategy. How do you actually start using the power of preventative healthcare in your own life? Like today. So here it is, your 5-step game plan. Number 1, map your risks. You've got to know your family history. Be real about your lifestyle. 2, Track your numbers. Your blood pressure, sleep, stress. What gets measured gets managed. 3. Do the screenings. Seriously, don't skip them. They are your early warning system. 4. Optimize your lifestyle. Every tiny habit has a huge effect. And 5. Get help. Find a doctor you trust. You're not supposed to do this alone. And believe me, this stuff works. Take Lola's story. At 32, she decided to get proactive and jumped into a preventive program. And in just 1 year, the results were just wow. Her blood pressure went back to normal, and she said her mental clarity just skyrocketed. She basically gained years of high-quality life back in just a few months of focused work. But here's the real secret, the big idea I really want you to walk away with. Your health isn't just a bunch of separate parts. It's one big, interconnected system, and every single thing you do creates a feedback loop. Just think about it like this. Let's say you decide to get better sleep. Simple, right? But that one decision doesn't just stop there. Better sleep directly gives you a stronger, more resilient immune system. So what happens next? A stronger immune system means you're not getting knocked down by every little bug going around. You have more energy, and that translates directly into being more focused and productive in everything you do. And when you're crushing it at work or at home, what happens? Your stress levels drop. And guess what less stress leads to? You got it, better sleep. The loop closes. You've just created a positive, self-reinforcing cycle of energy and health. That's mastery. So it all comes down to this one question you have to ask yourself right now. Am I just waiting around for a crisis to decide my future for me? Or am I choosing strategy, choosing foresight, choosing to take control? The choice, honestly, is all yours. Look, this isn't some nice-to-have option for a life well lived. This is about taking back your power. It's a strategy for winning. It is mastery over your own well-being. So use it, own it, and go out there and thrive.